Okay, this is going to be a little quick tutorial on how to get your sketch of all the features of the face of your TeaLight candle holder and download that sketch so that you can, and then bringing it up into Illustrator to share. So first up, you've done whatever patterns designs. When you've got it open, it's what you can do, not I'll say normally, but what you can do is right click on a sketch and go down to export as DXF, but it won't bring across all the features because you've made multiple sketches on whatever face. So therefore, hover over the face until you see now it highlights all the features that I want to bring across into Illustrator and have the laser cutter cut. Okay, so while it's highlighting all the features, fingers, your pattern, etc., right click and go down to export as DXF /DWG. This window comes up. You can name it whatever you want. TeaLight holder part, I don't know, okay. Part 2 is fine because then it'll be part 1 or part 3, whichever your sides you're doing. You just number the parts. Your name would be handy to have in here as well, just so that we know whose it is. At any stage might get lost. What you might find too, if you have never done this before, it will default to DWG. Make sure it is DXF. Once you've clicked DXF, every time you bring this up, it'll default to DXF. And go ahead and hit export, and it will download however it downloads to your particular device. Mine's up there. Okay, so I would stop this video now and do that part. So you get it downloaded, get all your sides downloaded, the ones that you need to download, possibly all 4 because they're all different designs, possibly just 2 because remember, these opposite faces are exactly the same, but maybe your pattern's different. If your pattern's not, you'll only have to download 2 faces because these are different sizes in relation to where the fingers are. So now I'm going to assume you've stopped and you've done that. Okay. When you go to Illustrator, I've got a few open here. Next step, you've opened up Illustrator, File, Open, find where it is that you've downloaded your DXF file, and we're going to open that. Now, the only thing you need to be aware of is this first window. Mine defaults to, just check that yours does, scale by 100. Scale is 1:1 at the minute, but I don't want points. I want to make sure, because I made mine in millimeters, it's millimeters. And you'll notice that this figure now changes to 1 is equal to whatever that is. Highlight that. We need it to be 1:1 or else it won't come through at the right size. So remember 100, 1:1 millimeters, okay. And there it is, opened up in Illustrator. Highlight the whole thing. Come over to the side, should have defaulted to properties. On this one, we're going to change it to 0.001, so it gets recognized by the laser cutter to cut, along with the color. So the color is under the stroke, the little black box there. There should be no fill, which is good. So this one, mine came to this palette. Yours might come to this, makes the little painter palette. And if yours might even have come to this, where there's like the CMYK. Now, to change it to RGM is just to that little drop down in the corner. Yeah, we click on that, RGB. The red, we're going to scroll all the way over. The green and the blue are on 0, and that's okay. So once you've got this, you will have opened, you've opened up several, and I've said this in class, we want them all to be in one file for when you send it. So highlight the whole thing. You can Command C, I'm guessing for most of you, or Control C if you're on Windows 1, and say my original one was, I don't know, Min's Maze I'm going to put in. I'm going to say my original one was in here, and I can go Command V, which will drop it in there. While it's there, if I scroll in a little bit, while it's there, it's sitting on top of possibly my first one. So therefore, hover over until you'll see there's like a rectangle with several points all the way around it. Once you have that, if you click and hold, you can drag that around and drag them into whatever places you need to. Hopefully your what do you call it, canvas is big enough. If it's not, this one I've arranged, you can highlight every area, objects, artboards, fit selected art. You know? That's it. Now this is the file you want to send to me with all of your sides and your base in for one laser cut job. And it will be a file, save. Yours may look a little different. This is a Windows. Make sure somewhere down here, you're not going to save to Creative Cloud. You're going to save to your computer. I'll say save, and it should pop up with damn, it didn't, because I've already saved it. It might pop up with another window that's a Illustrator type window. Don't change any of the settings on that, and just go ahead and save. Yeah, there you go. Took a little while. This window pops up. Don't change any of the settings of it, and say OK. Saves your file. That's the file you'll attach and send. Okay, fantastic. Oh, I don't know whether that came. That's going to be detrimental. I'm going to cancel. Go back to here.